Mr. Cow,
Yes?
how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
I don't know. I always end up biting. Ask Mr. Fox, for he's much cleverer than I.
Mr. Fox, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
Why don't you ask Mr. Turtle, for he's been around a lot longer than I. Me, I bite.
Mr. Turtle, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
I never made it without biting. Ask Mr. Owl, for he is the wisest of us all.
Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
A good question. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
If there's anything I can't stand, it's a smart owl.
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know.
All right. It was a long, circuitous journey to get here today, and I'm still dealing with some things. I had to restart my computer before the show, which, that's always fun, and Boney and I were scrambling around looking for cables, trying to figure out what was going on, but now we are here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lunch Therapy. This is a very therapeutic show, so, even if you're stressed out or things are going not quite how you planned today, this is the place to come and kind of regroup. And we have a really good group here called the Hummingbirds. We call ourselves the Cult of the Hummingbird. And at the top of the show, to get our chakras aligned or whatever it is we like to do, we're going to breathe. So in through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let all the oxygen get into your body, get into your bloodstream, wherever it goes, let it go. I'm not a licensed therapist. I am not a therapist at all, but I am a lunch therapist. And one more time, in through the nose, out through the toes. I don't know about your chakras, but mine are helped by breathing. Let it go. Things are kind of weird out there in the world as usual. Last night they had the whole January 6th hearings. I don't know what that, we don't really talk about politics on the show here because this is a break from all that stuff. But it seems like it's been a long time since that January 6th thing happened and taken them a long time to come around to talking about it. I don't know. Maybe they had to do a lot of investigations. I'm not an expert on that. To prove it, I was on January 6th, I was doing lunch therapy.
We got to go to the JP Patches and
with
be
Todd
on
Lee.
the JP Patches show. And
You were on a JP Patches show? I was dressed like Gertrude.
Yeah, I was.
What was that like? We were talking about JP Patches.
I remember this being a lot of fun. It was I think I was like 6 years old, 6 years old.
Yeah.
In Montessori school. We went there and he had like an opening or something where we all came out and said, "Good morning, welcome to JP Patches," or something like that.
Yeah.
And then we stayed and got to watch the show. And then after the show, we played a bunch of games for candy. Yeah.
He came over to your house dressed as Gertrude. Is that true? He came.
Yeah.
That was the weird thing too. Is JP Patches lived near me as well. He lived near me.
Oh. Something I like to do.
And sometimes you would see him in his car driving to work, full on JP Patches. full. Like, it wasn't like he got to work, put the makeup on. No, he would just go around like that. Gorsh the Friendly Furple. Remember that guy? So I love talking about Gorsh the Friendly Furple. I don't know, there's only people from Seattle that grew up in Seattle at a particular time, but super fun having Todd Lee on the show that day. And then afterwards, we realized people were storming the Capitol, all that stuff. And you know what? I don't think we could have helped. So this is a break from anything that you happen to be dealing with. Sounds like some people out there are dealing with some shit, because I see in the chat room, boy, yes, I need some good lunch therapy. And I got a good one today, because I've got Just Jay, comedian, coming on. Of course, she doesn't seem to know how to come on the show, because she seems to have forgotten, because she's not in the green room. Not sure where she is. She said, I'm here in the chat room. And I emailed her this link, and hopefully she's going to see that in her email. But today I've got the Muffin Top Gun shirt on. That's Josh Firestein, comedian up in Tacoma, Washington. He's hilarious. If you ever catch Josh Firestein, check him out. But this is Muffin Top Gun. Very appropriate with the new Top Gun movie. I don't know who out there has seen the movie, but maybe in the chat room you can let me know. We're going to be doing a contest here. But first I wanted to say, tonight at the Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood, California, Ginny Sykes, Jimmy Shin, and many others are performing comedy, so come on out. I'll show the poster somewhere when I get my technical thing together. I've been watching the show Couples Therapy. I don't know about y'all, but have you seen it? Anybody seen that show? It's not like lunch therapy at all. It's very different from this. The couples, they come in, they talk about their intimate problems, which I find very unusual that they would go on television. I mean, it's hard enough to do couples therapy, and the thing is, usually you go into couples therapy so that you can have a counselor, and the counselor can tell your spouse how wrong they are. I mean, that's your assumption, is that you're going to go in there and you'll be like, you know, she or he does this to me, fix them. I think that's what most people think is going to happen. And of course that never happens. And that's kind of fun on couples therapy, because you get to see that look on their face when they realize, oh, maybe I'm part of this as well. Maybe I'm the common denominator in all my relationships. But then they film them, and they put this thing on TV, and they talk about all their intimate stuff. And I'm just surprised that there are people that would do that. I don't know what they do, if they do like a whole bunch of people, so many people, and they tell them, hey, there's no way you're going to be on the show. It's just, it's like just a needle in a haystack, but, sign this waiver just in case. And then maybe after couples therapy, the people probably need therapy to deal with the couples therapy, with having all their, dirty laundry out there on television or Netflix or whatever it's on. And then, there was one person that everybody sort of universally didn't like that much. And I just wonder what happens with that person. Maybe their spouse is like, see, as people like yell at them in the grocery store and tell them they're wrong. I don't know. But I think they would need to get some kind of therapy. But this is lunch therapy. This is not couples therapy. There's no couples therapy going on the show. I've got Chris Williams in the green room. And Chris Williams is an artist, and we're going to talk to him about his art. We're also going to do a contest. I was lucky enough to meet Chris in therapy. No, I didn't meet him in therapy. A kind of a therapy, maybe. It was a show by this guy, Sean Harrigy. He goes by Hippie Reacts. And it was me and this guy, Jerry Diamond, and Tino Gonzalez. I invite you to check that out. I'll put the link somewhere, maybe. If I'm feeling highly technical, maybe I'll get Boney to put the link somewhere. Or maybe Just Jay will. She's on the highway to the therapy zone. Oh, Jose! Jose's on the highway to the therapy zone. Let's see about Just Jay. Oh, yeah, she's working on it. She'll be there. I'm not worried. This is one of those shows where things are going weird anyway. I love the therapist on couples therapy. That's the thing. She's so good. I love this therapist. If you get a chance to look at this thing, if anybody still has Netflix, because I know Netflix pissed everybody off. And some people are like, screw Netflix. Netflix is a joke. You know, they thought that was funny. Like, it's really good publicity. But now people are like, I'm serious. Netflix is a joke. I do think that many more people than, let's see. I do think they do many more people than they finally show. But I think most people are exhibitionistic. Or at least many people are. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe we just all want to tell everybody everything. Highway to the Therapy Zone. I enjoyed the series. Highly relatable in some spots. Oh, yeah. I mean, sometimes also you watch couples therapy and you're like, see? That's what you do. See? It's wrong. So now, speaking of Todd Lee, who we just showed when I was Gertrude during the January 6th insurrection, now we're going to see Todd today because he's a roving reporter. Here we go, mini vacation with our roving reporter, Todd Lee.
Well, hello, lunch therapy friends, and hummingbirds, and whoever else may be there. This is Todd Lee reporting live for lunch therapy. Can you guess what city I'm in? By the building.
Okay, take a good look. Take a good look. I mean, I can show it again, but maybe people in the chat room can tell me what city is Todd Lee in? I mean, it looks sort of, let's see what he says. Seattle. Well, that's where, kind of where he lives, so that can be difficult. Now I got a frog in my throat. It's like I got a frog in my throat. The computer had to reboot. It's just stacking up over here. And you know what? I'm going to breathe again. And now Just Jay has arrived. Thank God. Let it go. Any guesses? Any guesses? So Seattle, that's where he lives. So that's a pretty good guess. However, he's roving. So the key is he's a roving reporter. So he's roving, even though sometimes our roving reporters just report from the backyard. So that's a good point. Todd, hi Todd, reporting live. Shanghai, that's a very good guess, Howard or Ronan. No, he's not in Shanghai. I happen to be in Thailand in this particular thing. Let's take another look at Todd really quick.
Well, hello, lunch therapy friends, and hummingbirds, and whoever else may be there. This is Todd Lee reporting live for lunch therapy. Can you guess what city I'm in? By the building.
I don't even know if it's such a good shot. I think he's in his hotel room or something like that. He doesn't really have much of a view. He said by the building, and he's a building, he builds buildings. So he probably is a little bit more in tune with the different buildings around the world. Maybe that's, one of his favorite things. John Peckinpah says New York City. It's a pretty good guess. I'm going to give you a San Francisco. I'm going to give you all a hint. That's what they call it, a hint. I'm going to give you a hint. And I'm going to tell you he's at something. Bilo says New York. He's at something called the CM. What, CMT? I don't know. He's at something that starts with CM, and I want to say F. But it's actually, I don't know, T? Manhattan? Okay, here he is. No, I'll give you one more chance. He's at the Country Music Festival. Country Music Festival? Anyone? Apparently he's a country music fan. I'm not a huge country music fan. I don't know about y'all. But you know what's interesting? I've started saying y'all instead of you guys to be politically correct. And the other day, someone got mad at me for saying y'all. Because they were like, why are you saying that? And I was like, well, now I'm trying to, make everybody happy by saying y'all. And it just goes to show you can't make everybody happy. He said that I should say yeehaw. Yeehaw. And yeehaw it is, because it is Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you very much. Cappy Adaship says Nashville as well. Just Jay is in like Flynn, hanging out with Boney. Let's see one more time with Todd.
Nashville, baby. Back to you, Joel.
That's the Barefoot Cam. Oh, Barefoot Cam. There's the Barefoot Cam, because it's Barefoot Friday today. We're going to get Chris Williams on the show soon. We're also going to get Just Jay. And right now, you know, who says it? We should just look at each other's faces when we talk. Maybe we should look at each other's feet, because feet are very expressive. Hi there. Hi. Maybe I should get a foot sock puppet. I don't know. Anyway, I think I need some therapy. So wildlife therapy coming your way. This is Howard Ronan's dog, and his dog's name is Sunny. Thank you, Howard, for sending this in. This is a TikTok post, and really appreciate it when people send in their animals, especially a beautiful specimen like Sunny. Just, you know, it's very helpful. I also want to take this opportunity to say thank you to Howard Ronan for all that you do, because you're a huge part of the hummingbird community, and I hope that I can have you on to quiz you soon. Let's see what the chat room is saying. Yes. Oh, there's a lot happening. Must be Nashville. Must be Nashville. That was great, Todd. They look like they're just having a good old time there in Nashville. I mean, it's not super ruckus or anything, but it looks like fun, and I'm sure there's some great music. I think the only country music I listen to is Lyle Lovett, maybe? Lyle Lovett, is he a country music person? I think so. Can't believe you don't have dark polish on the toenails. I'm going to have to do something with my toes, because now that they're kind of featured, I mean, I think sock puppet's a good idea, since that's where the socks go, right? Maybe the feet are jealous when the sock puppets are on the hands. Y'all is okay to say I use it frequently in regards to talking to several people. Yes. I mean, there really aren't a lot of options. They're telling us that we need to use they and them instead of him and her, just in case, which, you know, I can understand, because I've called people before, like at a help desk or something like that, and they say, you know, we'll help you very soon, ma'am. And I'm like, ma'am, and I get upset. I know that feeling. Yeah. So Sunny, we got our Sunny fix, and now I'm going to move on to snapping turtles, and then Just Jay, and then we're going to have Chris Williams on, the featured guest. This is a snapping turtle, and this is
exciting, Joel.
Jay talking about it, and soon she'll be live.
Snapping turtle. I'm kind of freaking him out. There he goes back down, but at least I got him a few steps. Ooh, now he's looking at me.
Snapping turtles seem like they're dangerous to me. Maybe Just Jay can fill us in on that.
This is exciting, Joel. Big old snapping turtle.
Big old snapping turtle.
I'm kind of freaking him out. There he goes back down, but at least I got him a few steps. Ooh, now he's looking at me.
Ho. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring on Just Jay. Just Jay. Hopefully, the makeup people are still working on her makeup. They're still. Boney, can you hurry that up?
I'm kind of
Come
freaking
on.
him out. There he goes back down, but
right.
at least I got him a few steps. Ooh, now he's looking at me.
Don't sweat it, ma'am. Turtle is snappy, kind of catty too. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Just Jay. Here she comes. And, you see, this is what's going to happen. There's going to be like these weird things happening today because my computer had to reboot. Let's see. Oh, there she is.
Oh.
Yay!
Oh, that's too much boobs. Okay, here we go.
Welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You're going to have to talk loud, though. Loudly.
Oh, okay. Now, this is my deep thought today regarding snapping turtles.
Yeah.
Snapping turtles are the alligator of Kansas.
Oh, they're that dangerous?
They are that dangerous because they will grab hold of you. They got like this pointy mouth, and then they grab hold of you and won't let go. I mean, people lose their fingers, puppies lose their feet.
Really?
And then,
puppies? Wait a minute. Puppies lose their feet?
They could. Oh. They could. Puppies,
I can't think of anything sadder than puppies losing their feet.
Oh, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
It really is.
And it's little known. They don't make a big deal about snapping turtles like they do alligators, right?
No.
They don't. But did you notice his skin and the claws that I sent you in those photos?
Oh, those photos.
Very prehistoric.
Oh my God. I wish I could call those photos up, but I can't. So maybe you can describe this do you think they are actually prehistoric? I think they were around probably when the dinosaurs were around, right? Am I right? Am I right, chat room?
Absolutely. I think they have the mentality. Speaking of, I went to see Jurassic Park, Dominion.
You did?
Very disappointed, but yeah, I love dinosaurs, and I did see Top Gun. Loved it. So there's your 2 reviews.
I hear Top Gun is good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's worth it. Now I want to bring up this alligator story. Can I tell my story?
Yes.
Why I'm here. Okay.
Let's hear it.
So back in the 70s, my husband and I my first husband, we lived on a river, the Walnut River, and we had a little rowboat, and we would set trot lines. Now, do you know what that is?
No idea.
You lay it's hooks with bait on a big long rope, and you throw it to the bottom of the river, and then you catch stuff. Okay.
Okay. What do you catch?
So then you go. You catch fish and so one day we're out there, and so you find your trot line, and we're in our little rowboat, and we're pulling the rope, and we're like, oh man, we're gonna get a big flathead because it was so heavy. And then all of a sudden, this claw, it came over the side of the boat like this. Where's my hands? How come I can't, like this? Yeah. Over the side of the boat. And I'm like, oh my God. Ah! And we bring it up, and it's a snapping turtle, and he's like this big around. And it's like 40 pounds of this turtle. And he's all hooked into our trot line. So we have to pull him into the boat.
No way.
And he was sitting behind me, and just imagine those claws scratching on the aluminum. Oh my God.
Scary.
I was farting. When I get scared, I fart.
You were farting?
I was farting. I was so scared. And so
I've heard of people crapping their pants when they were scared, but not farting.
I don't go that far.
Okay.
But I was scared. I mean, it's like my farting was so bad, it sounded like it was I had a little motor on my rowboat, because we're rowing down the river with this turtle in the back. And so anyway, we got it to land and got it up by our house. And then, of course, I wanted to make soup. I wanted to cut it out and have a cool shell. Instead, we just started drinking and got really stoned and invited all of our friends over, and we just looked at this prehistoric giant turtle, snapping turtle. But
wow.
He almost flipped our rowboat over.
Well, I mean, that is a scary, scary story. Snapping and farting, quite a scene. It's indeed a hilarious picture. Well, they've been here longer than us, right? So they have been. And he really was.
The advantage. That's the scariest thing I ever caught. I don't know if you've ever done that kind of fishing, but it can be dangerous and life-threatening. So, there. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right. Stay here. Stay in. What? Oh, wait. I want to hear one other thing.
Am I the only one who... Yeah,
The only one who what? Are you
that farts out of fright?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe in the chat room, maybe if people can tell us. I've never heard of it before. It's a very strange phenomenon, but, it might be good. It actually might be a defense. It's like it might be something that we naturally do. Somebody's going to attack us, we just fart. It either makes them laugh or confuses them, or they're like, oh, God, that reeks, and they run away. It's like skunks do it all the time. What are we talking about? Skunks fart when they're scared. They even turn around, put their tail up. There we go.
You know what? I think I ran off some boyfriends by farting.
I think so. Maybe you were scared of them. I don't know. All right, so I've got to get Chris Williams on the screen. So stay in the green room. If Boney gives you anything to eat, test it first, because it's sometimes when he makes things, sometimes he'll make food with just I don't know where he even got the stuff, but he goes outside, he finds snails, slugs, he'll eat anything. I just be careful. All right, so we're gonna bring Chris Williams on, and I'm just saying that so he's ready, but I think he's ready. Boney, yeah, he's ready. Chris is my long lost brother from another mother, I think. So here he comes.
Aww.
Yeah, Jay's here. Yeah, I'm not here.
Oh,
Jay is. Sorry. Chris, there he is. Now I gotta get myself on the screen. This is the way that's happening today. Hey, welcome to Lunch Therapy. Yeah.
I totally agree, man. You are definitely a brother from another mother.
Aren't we, though?
Back to that shirt. I love that fucking shirt, bro.
You do?
I love it.
Isn't it good?
Yes.
Josh Firestein.
Hell yeah.
Josh Firestein. Yep. He's the guy that made it, and he's the comedian that came up with Muffin Top Gun. It's a good one, huh? Super good. So tell me, what we did that show together, which was really fun, and we were also quizzed on that show, right? I mean, they were going to go through 100 of the rock and roll greatest or something from Rolling Stone magazine.
Yeah, the only thing was he couldn't find the year. We kept trying to figure out what year that this list was from, because the placement of a lot of these artists and bands and such were kind of odd.
Yeah, they really were. So that was really fun, though. And there was a guy on with us who was actually in a hospital bed. He had just had a heart attack, and then he's doing the show. That's commitment.
That was what, Jerry Diamond, right?
Yeah. Jerry Diamond.
Yeah.
I have. You're also named Just Jay. I mean, this is really a mess here. Let me put Chris Williams here. Okay. This show is really happening on the fly. All right.
Good catch, Kamala.
Good catch. Yeah. Now, you're an artist, right?
Hey, what's up, Jay?
Yeah. Chris, you're an artist, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about your art.
Well, as I've always been artistic ever since I was a little kid. I would, see the Sunday comics or the cartoons on the television and, draw what I saw. And it got to where I was about 20 or so, and I was drawing portraits of people. But I always just did pencil, drawing. Always kept it simple. But, I took art classes in middle school and high school, and, I did what I had to do with, exploring the other mediums and such. But I was just kind of vanilla, I guess, with, how I wanted to express myself.
Yeah.
But, But I laid it down. I felt like, because, that's all I wanted to do was the pencil. Like, I reached a kind of a pinnacle, if you will.
You did.
Because I was able to draw portraits of people. So I explored poetry for a little while. I got into photography for a while.
Yeah.
And I also became an independent videographer, self-taught. I wound up, this is actually pretty funny. I was working at a brewery, waiting tables at a brewery. And my coworker's buddy was running a amateur MMA fight club, and he was passing out DVDs from the last fight, to get people all riled up so they could go buy tickets to the next one. And I watched it when I got home, and I was just so, for lack of better terms, disgusted at how poorly edited the DVD was.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I've never done this in my life, and I could do a better job. This is terrible. So I went and bought some software at Best Buy, some I can't remember what brand it was, spent like maybe about $100.
Yeah.
Actually came with a green screen. It was pretty good for $100.
It came with
software.
a green screen.
I got a lot of
really.
Yeah. It was maybe about 3 foot by 3 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I took I couldn't unlock it. The disc was locked. So I took my little camera, my digital camera that you could do the video stuff on,
Yeah.
set it up on a tripod in front of my flat screen TV and hit clips that I wanted to record, then put that onto the software from that, and made this little promo video with just some music from a Rage Against the Machine song.
Yeah.
Just to show him something. Be like, hey, check this out, So he's like, hey, that's pretty cool. You want to make a few more of those for us? Sure. That turned into making commercials that appeared on the local cable network around the area. I took my camera. By that time, I bought a camera, a really nice one, a Panasonic AGH VX200.
Wow.
Like stuff that you see, people out in the field using.
Super nice.
Yeah. And so I went to the fights with my camera and started. He already had a production company that he had 2 cameramen sitting at the top in little cages looking down inside the cage while they were fighting.
Yeah.
So I would walk around cage side like this and just try and stay out of people's way, of course.
Yeah.
But I'd bring in a third angle on, the DVDs, and then he'd told the producers to give their footage to me so I could start making the DVDs. And it started to slowly morph into me trying to work with another fellow that was into audio. We were going to make our own AV company and take over for his production company because I was also helping promote him. He was limited into a very small area, and I had some connections on the other side of the mountain range.
Okay, so now we have to ask you, where are you?
I currently live in Orange County.
You live in Orange County?
That's Orange County, Virginia.
Oh, there we go. I was like, you don't live in Orange County? Oh, you could easily live in Orange
All the way
County.
on the other side. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
I'm in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountain.
I love it.
And the closest, so I've got, for anyone that's familiar with the area, I've got Culpeper, which is about a half hour or so away, Charlottesville, Virginia, which I'm sure a lot of people have heard, familiar with.
Yeah.
About a half hour or so away. Richmond, the West End, is probably about an hour or so away. So for anyone familiar,
we're coming over. We're coming over.
Yeah, come on, man. I got a small place, but I'll cram y'all in here.
I found this cool thing on your page I want to show. It's just this.
Sure.
Let's see if I can. Is this yours?
Oh, yes.
So at the beginning of the show, I showed the Tootsie Roll guy because I had found this. This is cool, man.
Well, that's actually the glass print that we had done. This is a collaboration piece I did with a fellow artist named Jason Portante.
Yeah?
And, we call it How Many Hits Does It Take? For obvious reasons. And you can see it only takes the Al 3 once again.
Yeah, I love it.
But yeah, we did that on 140-pound watercolor paper. I actually got the original here.
Really?
It's 12 inches by 12 inches. Yeah, we
So cool.
started off. I did the background
Yeah.
with it's watercolor. I splashed the background down and did the outline of the owl, the turtle, and the boy throwing up the horns, and then I shipped it to Jason. He did all the interior trippy line work.
Yeah.
And then did some of that with some colored pencil. Colored some of that like the eyeballs, the outside of his body, some of the water coming through, the
Do you
inside of the body.
collaborate with people on your art a lot?
Well, I don't know if I'd say a lot, but I tried to as much as I can. I have collaborated with a couple other artists as well.
Is this you too?
That's actually another glass on glass. Yeah, that's one of the first ones that I hit the scene with recently. And what I mean by that is, like, I tried to sell my artwork for, well, I started painting a little over 10 years ago or so.
Yeah.
And shortly after that, people were, just, and I was doing it for fun, just therapeutic fun, just doing it to, explore painting finally, getting into it. And somebody was like, after I wasn't even finished with my first painting, they were like, hey, dude, that's really cool. Are you going to sell that when you're done? And I was like, oh, wow. Okay, well, maybe I'll start thinking about that. And slowly got into, doing that. And I put myself out in little shows here and there. I set up as a vendor on the downtown mall in Charlottesville years back. But it took me until right at the beginning of 2020. It was a combination of both me saying, at this point, I had a lot of good stuff. I felt confident in what I had because my artwork evolved, obviously, over years. Like this piece behind me here.
Oh, let's see that. Yeah.
That's from about 6 years ago.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's nothing, spectacular. It's simplistic.
What is the
Such
thing
as,
on the right? On the right in the picture, what is that? Like a tree? Is that a tree and some giraffes?
Right here?
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a couple of giraffes. One of those, I forgot that gene of tree.
Yeah.
But this is supposed to be like a Sahara desert sunset.
I love it. I love it.
So you got your giraffes. Thank you. You got your elephants down there.
It's like Africa or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Savannah.
That's what
Savannah,
it is.
yeah. I was like Sahara Desert. I'm not sure, but look at this picture here. Is this yours too?
Oh yeah, that's something else very simplistic. That's an acrylic pour for those familiar with that.
Mm-hmm.
For those that aren't, what you do with to get this effect for the background here is you'll buy. Well, you can also make some at home, but you'll buy some medium called mixing medium. Oh crap! I haven't used it in so long. But it's specifically for acrylic pours, and you'll mix it in with different colors and different cups till you get the right consistency. Pour them all together in different fashions. Mix a little silicone in there to get some the real tiny little bubble cellular looking activity that goes on in there.
So cool.
And create yourself some real psychedelic, galactic looking type of artwork.
I love it. Do you do T-shirts too? I noticed you have the T-shirt with the Mario Brothers on there.
Yeah, that's something else I've been wanting to get into. Slowly trying to diversify my my inventory. So this right here, I just turned Mario and Luigi into little old vintage style mushrooms. I thought it was kind of fun.
I love that.
Fun and cute, and it didn't take long for it to sell when I
I bet.
drew it up and painted it up.
We're gonna have to say, what is your store? Do you have a store, like Etsy store or something?
I do.
We'll put that on the screen.
CW.
Yeah.
CW Arts Shop.
Arts.
All one word.
Yeah.
CWArts.com? No.
Oh.
CW Arts Shop.
I did charts.
Well, I gave you I gave you the web address, that would be a lot different. If you go to Etsy and type in CW Arts Shop, all one word. Yeah, so no space between.
It looks
the
a little
two
like
S's.
sea warts, like something you would get out in the sea.
Dude, that's one of the
from a sea turtle.
Most common things people point out about that.
That's funny.
And especially when you tell it to someone and they write it down with the first letter is just capital C. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
There you go.
I appreciate that, Kamala. Thank you so much.
There you go. So that's how you get there. CW Art Shop. And with the capitalization, it doesn't look like seawarts at all. So that's cool.
Yeah, but most people will write it down when you tell them.
Yeah.
The capital C and then WARTS in lowercase. So then they're like, seawarts.
Wait a minute. All right, now we got to move on to the contest because I've got this contest for you and Jay. It's about instruments, musical instruments. I'm going to show you a musical instrument.
Wow, cool.
And then you're going to tell me what it is. Are you up for that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I hope I can endure through this.
If we endured the Rolling Stone contest, we can endure anything, right?
Yes. And you were right. That was kind of like a little group therapy session.
Oh, it was fun.
We all got to know each other.
Yeah, I really liked it. All right, here we go.
We had a little intimate session.
Yeah, it was super fun talking to people that, from all over the place that we didn't know each other. So that's what this kind of stuff is all about, I think. All right, so contest time. Yes. Get your contest hat on. Let's go. Oh, hold on. Something weird just occurred. All right, here we go. Now, okay, it's called Name That Instrument, and I am going to bring you both on. I have the chat room up above. You're going to be competing with the chat room, whoever might be in the chat room. There's me. Just Jay is going to be on in a minute. I'm going to unmute her, and she is next. Let's see. There's me, and there is Jay, and now Chris is coming on as well. Are you excited, Jay? Do you know about instruments? Are you an instrument person?
I kind of am.
All right. I like it. On the show, this show, Lunch Therapy, sometimes we talk about instruments. We've been talking about the hang drum. I don't know. You know what a hang drum is, Chris? It's actually a hang sculpture. Not. It's like a special metal pan drum. It's really cool. I highly recommend you check it out. They call it the hung.
Okay.
All right, chat room is going to try and compete with us here in this game. And there's going to be a score. And I think the winner, I don't know, maybe the winner can win a t-shirt. We don't know. My scoreboard is not working. So this is exciting. So we're going to have to keep track of the score. Maybe the Hummingbirds can keep track of the score. Tina Adams is here. She's really good at the games. So, get ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the instrument, and everybody's just going to try and guess it. You ready, Just Jay? Send the winner a snapping turtle. Yeah, maybe they'll get a snapping turtle. All right, so here we go. The first one. Let me just get this going. And the first one is this. First one's kind of easy.
It's a bangle.
Tambourine.
All right, Just Jay got it.
Tambourine. That's what it is.
Tambourine. You said bagel? What did you say?
Bangle. I said
bangle.
Is that
bangle. We are in trouble. We are in trouble, Chris. I don't know, man.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it's an instrument. A bangle. I think a bangle is like a bracelet that you wear.
Yeah.
We got to get some game show music going. All right, so we got some game show music happening. Howard Ronan said farting tambourine. Tamarind. Bangle? They're like, bangle? What the hell? That's a bangle? Yeah, it's a bracelet. 3 second delay. Oh, we got to do the 3 second delay because So You have to, now the next slide, you have to put your hand in front of your face. Sometimes we put a phone in front of your face, just something in front of your face so you can't see it. So, because there's a 3-second delay for the chat room. So I will say hands up, and then I'll say hands down when I show the picture, okay? Hands up.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Hands down.
Tibetan singing bowls?
It's close. It's close. This is a tough one. This is not like tambourine.
Hey!
And you guys really botched that one, so I don't know.
Malaysian musical pot?
It's good. It's good. Jose says crock pot. This is a tough one. I don't know. This might be a really tough quiz. Let's see. Bass drum, xylophone.
In India.
Is it
in India?
I think this is an Indonesian instrument.
Oh.
Maybe I will call up some information about it. So I can give you like, let's see, ancient xylophone. Somebody, I went right to the hardest thing right away. This is, okay, let me see if I can just find any information about this thing. It probably doesn't even exist.
I think it's a buffet.
It's a buffet at your favorite Indian restaurant. Again, it's a musical. Okay, it's an Indonesian instrument. It's very rare because obviously it's very complex. And the rice is ready. Jose says the rice is ready. Okay, I'm just gonna get to what this is called. This is called a gamelan. It's a gamelan. It's a beautiful instrument. And there it is. So there you go. Now you know.
Oh, yeah, gamelan!
Of course! Of course it's a gamelan. I didn't say this would be easy.
How did I forget that?
Okay. Next slide. Okay, this one isn't even tougher. This one's harder. Oh, hands up. Hands up.
Oh my God!
Nobody's going to get this.
It's this fresh. Oh, my eyes are open. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, hands down. No one's going to get this one either. This one's impossible. Although, if you watched, we had Matt Venuti on the show about 2 weeks ago, and he is an expert at playing this device. So that's why, for those who watch the show, they get an extra leg up. But they, so far the answer is coffee maker, and that's not
Yeah,
it looks like you took the. It looks like you took the lock out of a briefcase.
Right.
You dial in the 3 numbers.
Yeah, totally. Like you got the 3 numbers on the top. Well, it's actually a modified trumpet. And what it does is it's a MIDI interface that interfaces with the computer, and then you can play all kinds of sounds, but you play it like a trumpet. And cocaine grinder. Yeah, there's a lot of guesses here.
Cocaine grinder.
I think perhaps it's too difficult. This is harmonica with a spit cup. All right. There it is. Electric valve instrument, or an EVI. This is impossible. This is so much harder than the Rolling Stone quiz. Let's see. Okay, let's see.
That's like the gynecologist used that.
I don't know what I was thinking when I made this thing.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Okay. How about this one? Oh, hands down. It doesn't even matter, I don't think, if the 3 seconds. Nobody's getting these.
It's a duty. Dooley-roo.
Doody-roo?
Oh, yeah.
Dooley-roo.
A didgeridoo.
There you go. Ding, 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 ding.
Hold on, no, I want her to keep guessing.
You got it.
I want her to keep guessing.
I know, I like it.
But Chris, I helped you, Chris.
Oh, yeah, people got this one.
Yes, you did, but I want you to keep guessing.
The chat room got them, and I didn't do the hand thing, and but I think Chris is gonna get this, and I think Just Jay gets points for creativity. I think. So yes, it's a didgeridoo. There you go. All right, so hands up. Hands up. 1, 2, 3. Hands down.
A French horn.
It's a good guess. It's close to French horn. It's like a French horn with the bell. Like, this is a famous musician from back in the day when people were taking bites out of Tootsie Roll Pops. He was like, this guy was one of the hottest performers on the scene.
Huh?
Everyone's guessing French horn.
Bugle.
Bugle. No, that's close though. All right, nobody's getting it. Nobody's getting it. I have to come up with a better. He's a bit sexy. He is super sexy. All right, do you remember Chuck Mangione? Do you remember Chuck Mangione?
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah.
Flugelhorn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Howard says flugelhorn.
Cornet.
Chuck Mangione.
Oh, it's a flugelhorn.
Flugelhorn. Howard. Yay! That's 1 point for the Hummingbirds. Yes. Thank you, Howard.
And
finally, some sanity.
Joel,
yes.
Oh, and Joel.
Yeah.
Joel, also, those type of instruments cause me to fart also.
Of course, that's everyone. Flugel. That's why they named it Flugelhorn, of course.
That totally sounds like something from Dr. Seuss.
It does, doesn't it? Howard knows.
Howard knows.
Yeah. So let's take a look. Okay, hands up. It's tied up. Well, just Jay has only points for creativity. Okay. Oh no. You'll never get this one. Hands down. I had a show last Tuesday where I was talking about the pan art.
Finger drum.
And this is a drum from pan
drum.
art. And but it's not a hang. I mean, I think you get points for hang. But there's no way anybody's gonna get it.
It's those finger cymbals.
Yeah, well no, it's like this big. The thing is this big.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you play it like this. Yeah, it's like a big thing.
Usually got little tongues on it, little cutout tongues.
Yeah.
It's not the finger drums.
It's not. It's oh wait. I think I'm gonna give Kamala this one because I think she might have gotten the close. This is pretty close. It is called an urgu. Urgu. It's a hung urgu.
Ah.
Of course. Duh. Come on now, people. All right, hands up. What? Oh.
They make the ones that are on stands and they call them the ergonomically correct ones.
Hey, yeah, you don't have to worry about carpal tunnel with this instrument. It just takes care of it. Okay, hands up. Hands up.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. It's a tough one. And hands down.
Oh, xylophone.
The xylophone.
Yeah, it's a nice guess.
Xylophone.
But technically, he's got those two mallets in each hand, and it's not quite a xylophone, but it's close. It's close.
How about a dilophone?
Large xylophone.
Large xylophone.
It has a different name. But I mean, xylophone's pretty good. Large xylophone is pretty good. This is my friend Aaron Williams. What? Glockenspiel? I think that's a
Glockenspiel.
I think that's like a cuckoo clock, a glockenspiel, right? Isn't that a cuckoo clock? I don't know. All right, no one's getting this one.
I think you might be right.
Okay, this is a marimba.
Marimba. These are hard.
I know. And that's Aaron Grooves. All right. Well, we have to go to the dance break anyway. So I think, I don't know what Chris got one. The Hummingbirds got one. Well, Hummingbirds kind of got two. One. Just Jay, which one did you get?
They did.
Yeah, two. I think they got two.
I got the shaker thing.
The tambourine. Yeah. You're right. You did.
The bangle.
Yeah. Camel is saying Joel is doing the Zinjanthropus thing. I remember so Camel and I were in this contest where it was called Celebrity, where you're supposed to write a bunch of well-known celebrities and put them in a hat. And then we all act them out. It was like charades. And I'd never played the game before.
Yeah.
I'd never played the game before, and I thought my clue will be Zinjanthropus, who is apparently Zinjanthropus is like, I thought everybody knew who that was. It's an ancient man that they found, they dug up. I don't know. So anyway, she's saying I'm being a Zinjanthropus. Yeah, the score is 2-2, and we're just gonna leave it that way. We're gonna leave it that way because it's time for the dance break. Nobody wins. I lose because I made the dumbest mistake of making a very, very difficult thing. Next time I'll have something that's a little bit more mainstream. But you gotta check out Aaron Grooves, because he's amazing, by the way. He's the guy pictured here. His channel is called Aaron Grooves, and then I have a show where I interview him. He's an incredible performer. You got to check out Matt Venuti, who plays the Hang. He's freaking phenomenal. And the next clue that I had was also these guys, Healing Vibrations, who play the Crystal Singing Bowls. Got to check them out too. Those are my little advertisements. It's time to dance. Yeah. Okay, so is everybody ready to do a little dancing? Are you ready, Chris? I'm kind of springing it on you.
Yeah.
We're gonna. This is gonna be a fun one. And yeah, check out Chris's art. Tina is saying that. Please check that out.
Oh, thank you, Tina.
And it's.
Oh, check
thank
out
you so
my
much.
check out my.
Oh yeah. And what were you saying, Jay? Check out my
comedy.
Check out Just Jay, comedian. Yep, she's got a channel she's doing every day. Every day, Just Jay does a disheveled comedian podcast. I love the original RoboCop drawing. Oh, RoboCop drawing.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so she must have checked it out on Etsy. Okay, yeah, check that on Etsy. CW Arts on Etsy. Seawarts and Just Jay comedian. All right, so we're gonna dance. This is a
Seawarts shop.
Shop. Seawarts shop. Seawarts shop.
Yes, there you go.
Is that shop with 2 P's and an E? Shop? No.
No.
That's the classy way to do it. That's the classy way.
Right?
All right, so we're gonna. Oh, our friend, by the way, you might want to check that out. Richard Eaton was on our show. Also, he was the original television's RoboCop, the television RoboCop.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see that?
Wow, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's really cool. Okay, so we're gonna dance to. This is a flash mob in Brazil. They're doing a Queen song. And we're going to dance it out. Thanks so much to both of you for being on the show today. This was super fun. Thanks, everybody,
Thank you.
for competing in my lame competition. All right, here we go. Bring the song here. All right, he's up. That's good. And then Just Jay. Yeah. It's going to be good. It takes a little while to get started here.
I'm definitely no stranger to dancing live.
Yeah, so this is a cafeteria.
I'm
All right. This is a cafeteria in Brazil. I'm going to put you up here. At a university. Put you here so we can see what's happening.
Are we supposed to like kind of try to dance?
I don't know how dancey this is, but it's really cool. I'm gonna dance around. Okay.
Morning I get up, I die a little. I can barely stare on my feet. Take a look in the mirror and cry. I spend my years believing in you.
crazy though. Pretty cool. Oh yeah!
I want to lie in my bones. At the
Love that.
I'll take home my heart and pick all on my own. I get down on my knees and I start to pray till the tears run down from my eyes. Somebody, can anybody find me? Somebody love.
Now it's gonna kick in the gear. Thanks to both of you for being on the show. This has been Lunch Therapy, Barefoot Interview Friday. Rock on.